to making the turbo downpipes. As you can see, I showed you guys earlier the wastegate downpipes. We do have the air-to-air intercooler. I do have some space to run a radiator, but the radiator will be mounted in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and get those holes filled up. That one also, that is the steering area. And then I have a hole right here for where the original harness came out of. But I'm gonna be running my harness in the back of it, back here. And like I said, we'll be going methanol when we get the bigger motor, or we may try methanol on this one and then get the bigger motor. But so far, we're just gonna get this up and running. So like I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on cutting the holes out for the exhaust pipes. I really don't care about cutting up the fender. I already did it for this right here. So I mean, cutting up the fender is nothing to me. All of that back, this whole front clip will be probably gone in the future. Carbon fiber doors, Lexan or optic armor back glass. So I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a nice race car once it's done. All right, so like I was saying, we're gonna go ahead and make the hole to go ahead and put this on there. I might not run a 45. Actually, I did like a coin flip on Bullhorn or teardrop. Came back as teardrop. So for now, I'm just gonna mock this up in there, and then we'll go ahead. I'll see how this looks. If I like it, I might keep it. If I don't, then I'll go ahead and upgrade to the teardrop for the exhaust. We'll be doing that on both sides. But you guys get to see how this look. We're gonna have it come right out through there. It's not gonna be this long. More than likely, I'll probably have it like that, like a lot closer. Like at least the fender will be here, because I don't want it sticking out this far for walking by. But I'm gonna have it in there. So what I did get, you guys can see. So I did get a 3.5-inch hole saw for it, and that's to make it a little bit bigger because I'm gonna put the rings on them from Motion Raceworks. I'll put the ring on it to protect the paint and protect the outside. But today we'll see how the 45 look, because I already have both of them from when I had it going under the fender like this. Can't really do that right now because of the way these wheels are. If I was running smaller wheels on the front, I can do that, but I'm not too worried about it. I think I'll like that option because, like I said, after a while, the whole front clip was going to be fiberglass and the doors and everything like that. So it's pretty much just getting prepared for what it's going to be. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this taped up so that it doesn't. I'm going to start from the outside getting it drilled, and then I'm going to come to the inside. And I know you guys probably like, why am I putting this here when I don't even have paint on the car? I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is pretty much what the wrap is going to look like. When I put it on there, it's going to be that color with the red rims, things like that. I'm still kind of debating on the wrap. I just bought some samples. I actually have more samples of it. We'll also be wrapping the car, so I'll be wrapping it myself. But as you can see here, I got different samples of the sandstorm color that I want, and this was the best one to match it exactly the way I want it to be. So I believe that is a Tundra. I actually have it up there. Let me check and see. Yeah, so that color is a satin stealth Tundra. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that as far as wrapping the car. And then, like I said, the wheels will be powder coated red. For now, we're just gonna tape up the fender, because what I'm gonna do is drill from the inside first just to make the pilot hole. And then we'll come back on the outside, finish it off, or we'll just continue it on the inside, just depends. We're about to this point here. I just taped up the whole fender because I just wanted to make sure it's good on there. And then what I'll do is, once I get this side done, I'll go to the other side and use the same tape. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, for one, we need to take the downpipes off the turbo so I can have enough space. That's what we're gonna do now. All right, YouTube, we're gonna start drilling. I'm gonna go ahead and keep these pieces just in case I might want to place it back in there. I really am going to keep these pieces, but I'm not going to put them back in there. I'm just going to keep these pieces for if anything. I kind of show you guys what my idea of the Bullhorns would be. They'll come out just like that. So we're just going to place these back on there so we could get a good look of how it will look. So for sure, we're going to have to take some off of this other piece we have, because as you can see, the horn is too far out. So we're gonna have to take some off of there. You can see from the side that it's too far out. So we're gonna have to take some of the, from either from the 45 or the flange that's already in there. We're gonna have to cut it and make it more tucked in. So far, that's how it is. More than likely, I'll be turning this back some. So it'll be something like that, but just more tucked into the fender. And then we still have space all around it to go ahead and put that ring, because I cut that out to 3.5 inches. That's 3 inch. So we should be good. So we went ahead and cut them down to the appropriate size for what we need. Now I'm just going to make sure they're clean. I'm not going to weld them completely out. They're just going to be tacked on ends because, like I said, I'm supposed to be doing a teardrop. I just want to see how it would look with me doing the Bullhorn for now. I need to clean up the ends of these. I'm going to go ahead and take them off the car. All right, YouTube. So I got them grinded down. I'm just going to clean up the ends of them real good for when I tack them. I'm only going to put 2 tacks on them, and then I'm going to leave them alone because there's no reason for me to weld these all the way through unless I end up changing my mind on the teardrops and just sticking with the Bullhorns, which I don't think I will, but hey, you never know. Just going to see how it looks first, and then we'll go from there. Once we have the Bullhorns on there, I'll show you guys a view of it. And you guys leave a comment down in the comment section if you like the Bullhorns, or should I go ahead and do the teardrops. Like I say, just leave a comment down in the comment section and let me know. Go ahead and fire up the welder. Bring it over here so I can just tack them while they're still in here, because I got to position it the correct way. So I'm making sure I leave these able to be turned easily. Keep their position, but be able to move up and down. All right, YouTube, that's all the tacking I'm going to do on that. So what I end up making a mistake in doing is, this Bullhorn was originally going to be for that side. I ended up cutting this one too short. So now it can't even fit for this side here. So I'm going to have to add the piece that I cut off back to it. I'm going to have to add this back to it to make it long enough that it'll fit in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll turn you guys back on once I get this other Bullhorn on the other side. See, we have it in there. Like I said, all I did is just tack them, like right there. This side kind of got away from me because remember I had this piece back in, so it was kind of dirty. Like I said, I was just seeing how it would look. I'm gonna open up the garage so you guys can see out the front. How does it look? All right, YouTube, here's the front view of it. To be honest with you, I kind of like it. What it's sticking out, the Bullhorn. So I don't know, we might be keeping it this way. I know this side might be a little bit longer than the other side because again, I had to add that piece in there. It's also pointed down more. So yeah, we might go ahead and keep the Bullhorns. But that's going to be the end of this video. Next, we're going to get back to working on the cage, getting the funny car pieces in.